who won't practice today? Who will be limited?
Graham won't practice today. Dalton won't. Then Purcell, Gordon, and Mintz will be limited. Anybody else will be full.
On the two guards, what is your expectation for Sunday?
They're both questionable right now.
The Purcell is still the knee.
Yeah.
I think you brought in the former Seattle slot receiver. What do you expect?
Well, he's gotten good reviews from our personnel guys. I haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen him on the field yet. And we'll get our first look at him today, but it's a great opportunity for him, as it is for Kendall and our other receivers, and we'll figure out how we're going to play those guys.
Would it be realistic to get him on the field Sunday? Is that too much to ask?
It's realistic if he can handle the learning. He's been playing, so it's not like he's been inactive.
You have three guys on IR with hamstring injuries. Was there any conversations with the training staff about that trend, and is there a concern there?
No, we only, you got Jonas, Darby, and who's the other one?
Michael Ojemudia.
Yeah, Michael's was more of a contact type thing, the way his leg came down. But no, I think we've had a good year in regards to that.
Does Bone practice today?
Yeah, he's going to start practicing today.
How do you like his progression so far?
Who?
Boone.
Well, we haven't seen him in a while since that day in Minnesota, so we'll see how he looks today. It's hard to answer.
What sort of lift can he give you guys on special teams?
Hopefully he can. He's played special teams in his past, and it's one of the reasons we were excited to sign him.
Kyle Fuller's probably going to be matched up with Holland Brown a lot this Sunday. What do you like about that matchup? What does Kyle need to do?
Well, he'll be matched up against all the receivers, depending upon formation and whatnot, and our call. But our corners are going to have to do a good job. They have good receivers. They're a team that likes to throw the ball downfield, and we're going to have to defend those plays.
What kind of issues or problems does Mark Andrews present at the tight end position?
Yeah, he's a really good receiver as tight ends go. He can really run for a guy his size. He's got good hands, good catch radius. I think Jackson's got good karma with him, too. He likes throwing to him. So he's a big part of their offense, and they told you that with the contract they gave him recently.
Did you compare Lamar to guys you've coached against or players you've seen?
Not really, because, this guy is so special. And the thing that gets lost because he's so spectacular running the ball is this guy can throw it. He's a complete quarterback. And so he's tough. He's one of a kind, thank God.
Your years in Baltimore, what did you learn from being on John's staff that you still carry with you today?
They just have a good organization there. That organization's one of the elite franchises in the league for a long time. It started with, Ozzie Newsome's been the backbone of that place for a long time, and he's handed the baton to Eric DeCosta, who's doing a great job. And they've had two great head coaches since there, Brian Billick and John. And John's done a great job. John is, very enthusiastic, has a good handle on the whole team. I think he's really good on game day, with the decisions he has to make. And I just think he does a great job coaching the entire team.
Teddy's been.
Ravens are a team that have had a lot of injuries all season, but have still managed to be really competitive. How have they been able to do that?
They got a lot of good players, just like we think we can be in spite of the injuries we've had here recently. And that goes back to the foundation of their personnel department, starting with Ozzie and now with Eric. And they get good players in there, and they work hard at it, and they do a good job at it.
Teddy's been really good against the.
Baseball man has the CR.
Yeah.
I heard Michael Malone talking about you last week. To what extent do you know either Malone or Black? And you all do
Yeah.
similar jobs.
Yeah.
Can you relate that way?
Yeah, I know Bud pretty well. We stay in contact, once or twice a week via text. I know Michael a little bit, not as well as I know Bud, but same way, just texting. But I admire the job those guys have done with their teams. And as you guys know, I like baseball, and I think Bud Black's done a fantastic job with that team they have there right now. For them to maybe get in the mid-70s and wins with their roster and where they're at transitioning, I think he deserves some votes for Manager of the Year. But I enjoyed talking to both of them.
What have you seen from?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, like the Rockies lost a really tough game against the Dodgers last week, and Bud mentioned that, and I said, well, at least you have a game tomorrow. We gotta lick our wounds for a whole week before we get another chance. So he texted back and said, yeah, true, but so it's different. There are different dynamics in baseball and football, obviously. But yeah, I enjoyed talking to them, and Bud's a very insightful, calm, professional guy.
Are you wearing that shirt for moral support, or is this the individual fashion statement today?
But it was there on the bed when I got up this morning, so I threw it on. But those guys have been kind enough to give me some gear, and I do wear it.
When you look at the red zone, what are some of the things that you guys have kind of looked at over film that can be improved upon to be more efficient in terms of scoring touchdowns?
Yeah. I mean, our red zone, I don't know what our ranking is, but we had 2 fumbles down there, which stopped red zone drives inside the 5, and one of them was on the 1, I believe. So those don't come out good. And we took a knee against Jacksonville in the red zone, but that gets counted against you. So I feel much better about our red zone offense than I did last year early in the season, and we'll see if I'm right or wrong moving forward.
What's impressed you about how Teddy's handled the blitz and performed when other teams have sent extra rushers?
Yeah, he's got a good feel from, pre-snap of where it might be coming from, and if he doesn't, he has an innate ability to react to what might surprise him, and he's calm. He doesn't rush his decisions. He's calm under duress, and that pays off.
Coach, it was reported you guys are elevating Red Ribbon to the 53. Do you have a comment on that?
Yeah, there was another team in the league that wanted to sign him to their 53-man roster. So, unfortunately, but, we had the 2 openings with Hamler and Griffith, so we used one on Brett.
You mentioned kind of Mark Andrews and the way he's used there, and then you have some athletic tight ends as well. Like, it's no longer receivers and tight ends are different. It's almost like they're part of that receiver group. How has that changed what you do defensively?
Yeah, it has. It's I don't want to say drastically, but it has changed the way you play on defense when he's a tight end in everybody's mind, and many times he is by where he lines up. But then when they start lining up as receivers and can run routes like receivers, it really helps the offense. It makes it tough to defend on defense, and we have had to alter some of the stuff we do.
When you have a guy like Sternad who's played, 75, 80 snaps over the last 2 weeks, does it click in for him when you're talking to him about the game plan and what you want out of that position because he has those reps?
Yeah, I mean, every rep a young player gets is like a deposit in the bank, and he continued to draw on it. And he's a rookie. He didn't do anything last year for us, and he's I think, going to get better and better. He's missed some tackles that we got to clean up, and not miss those. Those are near and dear to our heart, and I'm confident he'll keep improving.
Brandon's secondary has gotten torched the first few weeks. How can you continue that trend with Teddy? Do you see this as an opportunity with that secondary?
Well, we just got to do whatever we need to do to attack their defense for us to make first downs that ultimately lead to touchdowns. And, they've played some pretty good teams, too. The Raiders throw the ball well against most everybody, as do the Chiefs. So I think after 3 games, I think it's a little early to come to that conclusion.
How would you evaluate how Noah's played so far this
Good.
season?
I think Noah's played good. He's caught the ball well when we've thrown it to him. He's ran with it good after the catch. Scored the big touchdown against Jacksonville 2 weeks ago. I think his blocking's been solid. Very pleased.
Coach, will Kendall Hinton be Lamar Jackson this week?
No. I was thinking that way, but he's too far up on the depth chart right now at wideout to do that.
Who gets the job?
We'll do it with our quarterbacks, and we may try L back there.
Okay, thank you.
All right.